The Master's Mysteries, Tales of Magical Mastery, Episode 59. In the morning, villagers began to appear one after another on the path at the foot of the mountain. What should have been a quiet morning was filled with excited shouts coming from a small restaurant by the roadside. 10th bowl. At this moment, a porcelain bowl was forcefully slammed onto the table. What's so impressive about that? I've had 10 bowls too, you know. All right, bring it on. The two individuals engaged in this drinking challenge were none other than Leo Fengi and Black Fox, who had battled fiercely last night. Bring it on again. Black Fox was also a spirited person. He had actually brought Leo Fengi to the tavern. However, the tables were all set with steamed buns and porridge early in the morning. Yet these two were actually competing in drinking. This attracted the attention of the people in the restaurant. These two fellows only cared about their own enjoyment and didn't care at all about the astonished gazes of others. I'm done. I've reached the bottom. In the blink of an eye, 2 large jars of alcohol were finished. Although neither of them were heavily intoxicated, their faces had turned rosy. Waiter, pour more wine. Fill mine up too. Seeing the endless antics of the two and the sideways glances from the others, Shiodi's face had turned dark long ago. She really wanted to pretend she didn't know them. Calm down, you two. Fortunately, at this moment, someone came over to defuse the situation. We have plenty of wine. How about you have something to eat first? Slowly enjoy the wine. This was the restaurant's owner. He brought over steamed buns and wine. The owner was quite shrewd. He was worried that the two would cause trouble if they got drunk, so he hurriedly advised them to eat first before pouring them wine. Big brother Black Fox, have you been wandering around here? At this point, Shiodi also started a conversation with Black Fox. Although I was born in Changbai Mountain, I've been here for a long time. So I can be considered a local. The people here all know me. Even if you're familiar, you still need to settle the bill. You owe over 10 taels of silver. Ha ha ha. So, you're a penniless fellow after all. You have the nerve to mock others. Aren't you doing the same? Who gave you the courage? You don't even have money, and you dare to challenge in a drinking contest. Upon hearing this, Shiodi became so angry that she slammed the table and stood up. Both of these people had pockets cleaner than their faces, yet they dared to compete in a drinking contest. I've calculated, you have money. I know you have money. After hearing their words, Shiodi deeply felt that she had encountered 2 rascals. And what about you two as a couple? Where are you planning to go? Black Fox put down his wine cup and asked about Shiodi and Liao Fengi's intentions. We're not. Not what? Who would marry this obstinate woman? Who would marry a fool? However, as soon as he uttered these words, he embarrassed both of them. Who's the fool? Who are you calling obstinate? Wait, I really don't know where we're going. You're just following along like a fool. But as this conversation unfolded, Liao Fengi also realized that there had been a chain of events along this journey, and while he knew he was heading north, he truly had no idea where they were going. I'm a person with grand plans, you know. After mocking Liao Fengi for a moment, Shiodi revealed the purpose of her journey. Do you remember the 8-tailed spirit fox from 500 years ago? This statement carried a mysterious aura. It was about the 8-tailed spirit fox that defeated the leader of the nomadic tribe and that Tianbai priest 500 years ago. We're going to find the cave where he practiced. It's said that there are immortal cultivation methods there. It turns out that after the battle, the 8-tailed spirit fox disappeared. There was a legend that he had cultivated in a cave in Changbai Mountain, and within that cave, there were records of his cultivation techniques. For those who practice martial arts and the Tao, that's undoubtedly a treasure. I've heard that the divine ancient sword is also in the cave. I see. It's worth it for Ahu. With that said, Liao Fengi truly became interested. The reason he had come to the north of Liaodong was to assist Ahu in his cultivation. This treasure might indeed be a great help to Aku. Interesting. Not only Liu Fengyi, but Black Fox also became intrigued. He set down his wine cup and joined the conversation. The eight-tailed spirit fox. The legend of the eight-tailed spirit fox is widely spread among Taoists. It's like a divine existence. You too. Can you take me along? Are you interested too? Black Fox also wanted to go along. This was somewhat unexpected, and just as Liu Fengyi and Chiodi didn't know how to respond. Young hero. Lady hero. Help. Save me. A pig-like squeal of distress rang out at the door. The three were stunned, all looking toward the door. They saw a person stumbling and crashing in through the door, whether due to extreme nervousness or not. Upon entering, he stumbled and took a big tumble. Liaodong's three fools. What happened to you? Young hero. Help. The person had fallen right at Liu Fengyi's feet, and upon a closer look, Liu Fengyi recognized him as the third member of the Liaodong's three fools. Why should we save you? These three guys are always up to no good, even though they've never succeeded. They can't really be considered good people. Liu Fengyi's face darkened involuntarily. Young hero, lady hero, you're adults. Please save us. What's happened to you? However, seeing that guy crying pitifully, Liu Fengyi still furrowed his brows and asked about the reason. My eldest brother and second brother are about to be eaten by monsters. But when he wailed and began speaking, all three were surprised. It's impossible. I'm really about to starve to death. This started 2 days ago. The story goes that these three guys had no place to go, so they thought about how there were many treasure hunters and ginseng gatherers in Changbai Mountain. They figured they could get rich by robbing those mountain travelers. Third brother, why do you look like a braised pig head? Who said I look like a braised pig head? So, the three slapped their foreheads and decided on a route. But after heading north, the number of people they encountered on the road dwindled. Eventually, there were barely any people left. The three were tired and hungry since they hadn't prepared. Just when the three were so hungry that they were seeing stars and everyone looked like roast chickens, they suddenly spotted a large house not far ahead, with a sign advertising alcohol hanging outside. People who travel in the Jianghu know that those who run shops deep in the mountains mainly serve experienced mountain travelers. At the moment, the shopkeeper was dozing off inside. Suddenly, the door was forcefully pushed open, and amidst a cloud of dust, three tall and sturdy figures rushed in. Three of you. What would you like to eat? Roasted pig heads. And 100 steamed buns. 20 roasted chickens. Shopkeepers liked having customers come in, so the owner came forward with a smiling face, but he was nearly scared out of his pants by these three ravenous-looking guys with their eyes glowing blue. Enjoy your meal. Of course, the shopkeeper didn't actually prepare what they asked for. Instead, he brought a table full of various dishes. As soon as the food was served, these three individuals started devouring everything in sight. For over an hour, aside from the sounds of chewing and swallowing, there was barely a word spoken. Soup is here. Ah, I've come back to life. After a bout of intense eating, the three finally began to regain their senses, but they didn't have any money to pay, so they planned to use their usual tactics. Do you know who we are? Famous, fearsome Liaodong's three fools. Pardon our ignorance. But just as the three were trying to intimidate the shopkeeper, the door was kicked open again. Shopkeeper, hurry out. Several people turned to look at the entrance and saw three more individuals coming in. Bring out the best dishes from your establishment for us. However, these three people were obviously troublemakers. They were each fierce and menacing, and they even had weapons on their backs. This place is good. Get out of our way. Once these three entered, they immediately spotted the seats where Liaodong's three fools were sitting. They rushed over, clamoring for them to move and make room. Do you know who you're talking to? At this point, the recently recovered Liaodong's three fools weren't without skills. Having grown up as bandits, how could they be intimidated by these three guys? Try saying that again. However, unexpectedly, as they spoke, one of the three drew out a wicked knife and struck it against the table. "I'll clean it for you. Please, have a seat." Liaodong's three fools might not have many skills, but they certainly had the knack for adapting to situations. Why isn't fourth brother here yet? Half an hour later, the three had their fill, and from their conversation, Liaodong's three fools learned that these three were part of a small gang of treasure hunters. Never mind waiting for him. Let's head into the mountains first. Shopkeeper, our people will come. Tell them we headed up the northern mountain. However, it seemed like this gang was in a hurry. Before their own members had even gathered, they left the small shop and headed into the mountains. Zhangbai, take care. We'll spare you this time. Once these three fierce-looking fellows had walked quite a distance away, Liaodong's three fools straightened their postures. Flay the skin, tear the tendons. If we see you again, we'll break your legs. Cut off your head to use as a chamber pot. You've returned. Did you forget something? Hero, you've worked hard. But just at that moment, a person hurriedly rushed in, ruining the heroic air of Liaodong's three fools. They thought it was those three guys coming back. But the person who entered was alone, a man with a face full of sinew, likely the fourth brother those three were waiting for. Who are you? Mind your own business.